and I realized that my mic was muted. That's fine. I'm totally fine. Jolly even. But once again, hello everybody. You can call me Kieran and welcome on in. Today, we're going to be tackling the post game, or at least beginning to tackle the post game for .hack GU Volume 3 Reminisce. This has a much more extensive post game in comparison to both volumes 1 and 2. So it might actually be a couple of streams before we actually finish the post game for volume 3. I'm anticipating at minimum the rest of the streams for this week, and then possibly Monday and maybe even Tuesday. We might actually have 4 streams of post game, but I don't know for certain yet. We'll figure that out as we go. So, looks like for one of the things that is gonna go and why am I? You see, I'm not thinking straight, but one of the things that we're gonna be doing this go around is mostly gonna be tackling a lot of the potential bits of grind that we have to do. And I think I actually am going to be a little bit on the aggressive side this go around. And I'm going to go ahead and try taking on the doppelganger a little bit early. Normally I wait till level cap to do so, but I think that now is actually a decent time to do so. But before we do any of that, so warrant recall for Ida's creator. Pretty much the general idea of this article is that Oban is no longer being hunted. And a lot of the world is slowly starting to still deal with some disasters, but it's slowly going like back to normal. Because Kubia did still have that degree of strain on the network, so that does make sense. But we have our last phase of online jack, so why don't we go ahead and take a look. This also gives me an excuse to not talk as much.
Located and infiltrated CyberConnect Corp's number 4 lab. The world was viciously assaulted by the third network crisis. And then, the global-wide network problem.
I'm drinking water, not alcohol.
And the threat of extinction finally settled down.
After our last investigation, we were taken in by police for trespassing and locked up in jail.
If Mr. Sugai hadn't leaked information to the media, they might not have rushed to the scene, and we could have been disposed of to keep quiet. I believe, given what we've seen, it was a distinct possibility.
I see.
So what did we see deep within the heart of CyberConnect's laboratory?
We believe we saw evidence of the truth before they took us away.
The missing 6 were found inside an old abandoned house situated very near the school. Or at least that's the story.
Yes, Ozzy, I am a good noodle. Welcome on in.
That was treating Uike Toru and the others.
None of the children had any memory of the incident.
And thus, the only real link to the truth behind the doll syndrome had been severed.
They're not going to talk about Sakaki at all?
So what is doll syndrome?
We didn't find out anything about anything. Not about the world or Ida.
There's not much you can find out unless you were in game.
Of hope and despair.
Huh?
Getting discharged today, miss? That's what Ida is.
I think they just use CC Chorus because it would just happen to be a good name. Even though, like, it still stands for, like, CyberConnect to some degree. that's an interesting way to end things off for now. We might get an opportunity to see like an episode 10. I'm not super confident because I didn't write notes necessarily to like confirm nor deny that. But we have, it looks like we still have a variety of things. I thought that I had already went ahead and read a couple of these things, but it's good because I can actually go about this in the way that I initially wanted to, rather than trying to tackle it on the end of the previous stream. So first things first, we will have access to the marriage event, which is going to be available for a limited time, but we don't really need to worry about that too much.
I'm confused. I don't know who I should give these feelings to.
And we're gonna probably do, that's probably gonna be one of the last things that we do in the game, by the way, is the marriage. Because I still need to think about who I would like to figure that out with. And to try to answer your question a little bit better, Adam. So just as a reminder, the developers of the main game was CyberConnect. So CC. So they primarily made video games. Nowadays they make a lot of the like anime fighting games, like most recently like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, but they did like the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games as well. We also had the Forest of Pain announcement. Forest of Pain is going to be the last real gameplay thing that we're going to be doing. My job is to finish everything else. So that's going to be the goal. So, Doppelganger, Lost Weapons, the major quest line, getting to 150, all that. So that is going to take some time. We're not going to get to the Forest of Pain this stream, and I think that dungeon alone will take multiple streams. All right, mail from Tabby. What's up? It's Tabby. Well, I'm thinking of logging in for a change, but can we meet today? I want to talk to you about something. Hidden Forbidden Sin Realm. World of Sin Ranhati. If it's okay with you, please come here. Do you remember? It's the Forest of Pain. I'll be waiting at the forest's entrance.
Tabby, she'll be waiting for me at the Forest of Pain. Going into the forest by yourself is too dangerous. Let's just go to where Tabby is.
All right. This is just the generic We Beat Volume 3. And you can transfer this into Volume 4. Just so everyone knows. Be happy. It's a message from Bordeaux. Seems that you've done some great things recently, but don't let it get to you. I will eventually take you down with my own hands. You better be careful. For now, take my member address. From now on, I will hunt you down even if you don't want me to. You think you can get away from me? You just wish. Next one, Aura. The world was saved thanks to your strong emotions. But in this eternal world, there will be a time where you protect once again. Using your powers. I will entrust you with that power. The 3 blades created to protect me, a power that I have no use for as I will go to sleep. Now, take this blade and protect the world. Bring happiness to the little children of Morgana. And as a reminder, we do get the Azure Knights, Kite, Balmung, and Orca. Next, celebrate your crowning as Sage Emperor. We present you with this special word. Please let it help you on your future adventures. And we got third-part barbecue plates. That'll be useful for God Shims, and God Shims are useful for building friendship. So we're not going to worry too much about trying to max out like everyone too much, because at the end of the day, we can just go to the God Shims. And now you are not the strongest. To the Sage Palace PK Tournament winners, Team Haseo. Hello. Sorry for the sudden message. I know it's out of the blue, but would you mind taking us, team, the sweepstakers on in the arena. We were rankers in the Sage Palace. We trained hard, raising our levels and improving our skills to challenge the Emperor. But we weren't able to enter the PK tournament, and that has shattered our hopes. Therefore, we'd like to prove that we are the strongest team by defeating your team, who's beaten Taihaku's team. If you'll accept, please select Thanksgiving in a limit battle in the Sage Palace. Let's battle until one of us runs out of breath. As I said before, we train hard, sweating blood to become the strongest team there is. Please challenge us at your best form, as we don't want worthless opponents. Alright, let's talk to Zelkova. Hey, Haseo. This is in regards to Netslum Tartaga. Tartarga. That town is on an unofficial server, so a normal player will not be able to go in there. But you're special, Haseo. I've altered your town transfer feature, so you and your friends can come to Tartaga whenever you feel like it. Come anytime with your friends. Just so you'd come to Tartaga, Canard hasn't moved from it. It's not in Breg Epona anymore, so be careful. That's it, Haseo. Let's adventure sometime. And we'll save the best for last. It's been a while, Haseo. We haven't exchanged messages in a while. It seems as though I've been sleeping for a long time. During that time, you have fought for me in this online world through many struggles. I'm sure it was rough. That's how I think. Even so, you came to see me in real life. Thank you. Really. Hey, Haseo. Maybe hard to do so like before, but let's go out adventuring together. You've lost everything, including my member address, right? Here's my member address, so if there's anything, be sure to invite me. Then I'll see you around, Haseo. So, just to show, we do have the Azure Trio. Kite, Balmung, and Orca. Bordeaux. And Shino. And you think that with this many people in an online game, you would imagine that you still had like everyone added that we can add in the game. We surprisingly don't. So, we have one more mail. Prompt. Put all your feelings into a song you sing to someone special. Put them into just one word of promise. May the Twilight Dragon smile upon you. All right.
Promise.
So one of the changes in last Recode is kind of interesting, but I want to see if that, okay, it is kind of confirmed. So if I wanted to end the game, as of right now, we only have Adelie and Pi maxed out. But we're slowly getting to the point where a lot of our different team members are reaching that max level of friendship. And so we may not use Adelie or Pi as much, but that's fine. We still have other party members to use, and we should use them. But yeah, we have 22, which means that there are 22 party members that we could have in the game. As of right now, I actually don't know how many we have. People, oh my goodness. This is just like most other games that I'm just thinking about, that they want compensation for the downtime of the world. That's funny. Okay. So, we have a couple of places that we can go. We're actually going to go on ahead and start here in what's it called? In Makanu. We have a lot of quests, but we also have an avatar battle to do. So we are going to start there. If you guys didn't see last stream when we defeated Kubia, I actually don't know if the Serpent of Lore got moved back here. Oh, nope, it's in Netslum. Well, let's pretend like I actually knew that. we'll come back here to check up on the 3 quests eventually. I know I still have a lot of work to do with all 3. Yeah. What am I looking for? Well, I'm not looking for anybody to bring in a party just quite yet. I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself just because we've had just so much going on. And there is still a lot going on. So yeah, let's head to the Net Slum because now the Net Slum is now technically our home base of operations. We still have a couple of things that we can do in Breg Epona. So we're not gonna spend all of our time exclusively here, but it's just more so to kind of bring general awareness. We'll just put those on sale for now. We just want to go ahead and head to the bridge and use the Serpent of Lord to finish our last battle. So yeah, you guys can kind of see Kubia is our last one. And if you guys remember, this wasn't actually that bad of a fight. But I have to admit, Scathe Third Form is definitely like the most cool in my opinion, just because of like just all the general stuff that you can do. So we are going to be a little bit stronger than when we fought Kubia originally. So these fights may actually go by fairly fast. But as we're kind of doing this, I hope that your guys' weekends was well. I would probably say that my weekend was pretty good. And I hope your guys' Tuesday was... This is still 3 phases, that's lame. Okay. There we go.
How's that?
I don't you know, I asked you guys how's your weekend like. It is not just the middle of the week on Wednesday. Let me dial that back a little bit. How is your guys' week going so far? So many Gamora. As for me, I've had a very weird week, but nothing that's like too like nerve-wracking. I've had a lot just going on with work and just what I want to kind of do at work. But I've definitely decided to start working on making some change, basically. So that is one thing that I am kind of excited about. Something that I've been trying to just work on as just like a better individual is just the whole concept of just like better habit building and things like that. Because at least for me personally, I have some good habits, not a ton, but some. And I wanted to just be better about certain things. Try my best not to forget about, you know, XYZ, ABC. And so I'm gonna try to actually start working on that. And also I'm gonna be changing a little bit of my workflow coming up soon enough. And that's something else that I've wanted to kind of work on slowly but surely. I was surprised that they... Normally, after the first time that they get stunned, it becomes just really easy to close the gap and actually defeat these guys. Like, it's pretty impressive. Okay. I had felt like I was getting pretty close to the stun because he had like taken a full array of bullets to the face. It's a shame though that this is the only Avatar fight that we do with a Scathe X form. Oh, thank you, game. All right, come on, come on. He sent out a new batch. Okay. But I wanted to bring attention also back to a comment that you had spoken about, Adam, about the idea that Bordeaux might also be in love with Haseo. As anime tropey as that idea and concept is, it's not fully out of the question. The reason why I say that is because sometimes some people's hatred and obsession with somebody can sometimes turn into infatuation. That's not something that's never been fully out of the question. It's like, it's the idea that like, I hate you so much that I was gonna say that I want to go out with you. It's a very, very weird idea and concept to me, but it's not, like I said, it's not actually like out of the question. The idea of it isn't foreign. All right. So like I kind of mentioned with this fight before, I kind of like sitting as far back as I can to try to get as many Gamora in frame so the locking on can be easier on average. Because of the perspective that they're giving us for this fight, it's not very easy to... Thank you, game. Oh, come on. I just got rid of this batch. Can you guys believe, though, that this was just like a face of Kubia's? And even though, like, you guys can see how... you guys can kind of almost easily see how, like, even with our avatar destroying as much Gamora as I can to kind of initially minimize the strain on the network and just how many were spawned. It makes it seem like the pack of 12 or whatever was just very insignificant at the end of the day. Thankfully, we are reaching kind of the latter point of this fight, but this is probably going to be the last Avatar fight that we'll see in Volume 3 for now. So I forgot how this attack works. Do we sidestep it? No, we don't sidestep it at all. Ooh, I didn't realize that because of the side dash that I definitely used to go forward. I'm trying to back up because knowing that he was going to do the Chaos Genma again, I needed to be ready to attempt to deal with it. Okay, there we go. This should be... Yeah, I was gonna say this should be the last one. That's still such a cool data drain of like effect. All right. We did it. So we got 2 more wallpaper for our trouble, and we don't really have much else to do with regard to that specifically. Next thing on our radar is that I'm going to try to get us to level 135 while we have an opportunity to. And then it's going to be lost weapon boss time. So we know that this lost ground is the beginning of the Forest of Pain. We can still go over there and talk to Tabby if we really wanted to. Nothing wrong with that. So we're gonna invite some people who don't have max affection with us yet. So we do have to be careful though, because we are almost running into a bit of a situation where the enemies in this tend to use a lot more magic. So, and it's because of that that we do need to be like pretty careful with some of the fights that we do opt to choose. So you guys can kind of see that. There we go. So this is, so if you guys are curious, this tends to be one of my more favorite areas. And for demonstration purposes, I will use barbecue plate for this first run. We have some players here, some that we actually haven't interacted with yet. It's always good to kind of take a look at the items that these guys have, just in case there might be an upgrade for either Syllabus or Alcade here. Alcade's going to be a little bit notably underleveled, so we do have to be mindful that we are in a bit of a carrying position. That's not to say that that's a bad thing. It's more so acknowledging that now. And I think that this would actually be a good time to try to get some value out of the warrior tome. So, oh, I don't have the devil safe shoes on. Hold on. So yeah, this will, the demon safe shoes are very good just because it guarantees that we will basically get this, the surprise attack almost like every time. And now, for me, it's probably just going to be a good idea to stick to the guns, because we do want to try our best to make sure that we do get good Rengeki opportunities. It's a shame that Alcade still doesn't have like Ghost Falcon or her level 3 art yet. So you guys probably get the general idea. And also, I think I told you guys before that this tends to be my favorite zone with regard to just getting chim-chims in general. So while the others are actually doing real damage while I'm sitting here trying to build up the Rengeki gauge, this is kind of going to be the general idea of how this dungeon's going to go. Alcade's probably going to level up like very, very quickly. And because I took off the leveling gap, we don't actually have too much to worry about with regard to what's it called?
This is a piece of cake.
Like, if Alcater's syllabus gets like one shot or something like that. Because realistically, both of them are so long story short, it's because of the lack of the level scaling effect that they put into the game, we don't have too much to actually worry about. And also, when we're in the Forest of Pain, we'll likely be taking a lot of fights there. But that's only because it's gonna be easier for our Book of 1,000, because that's probably gonna be the one thing that we don't finish prior to tackling that challenge. And I'm hoping that by the time that we're doing the Forest of Pain, that we're close enough to getting that episode of the book done anyway. Also, it's gonna be interesting later if the enemy here is lucky or unlucky, because I actually have no real way of knowing. And man, having access to just guaranteed sneak attacks every time is actually so helpful. But you guys can kind of very plainly see my actual weapons still are stronger. It's my objective is that I understand that. So I'm coming in with the understanding that, yes, I know that my weapons on average are definitely strong. I want to make sure that we get Rengekis going so that way we can actually do good in those fights for the book. Also, utilizing awakenings also is very good for the book. So if you can consistently and reliably just play the game, you'd be surprised on how effective things will go. So that's part of the reason why I opt to use the guns every single time. I hope my rambling makes sense on that front. And like I mentioned before, because Haseo's kind of a bit of a hacked class at the moment, there aren't a lot of dual guns available in the game. So there are, and we'll get them as we go along. And if you guys are curious, no, I'm not super familiar with what to consider like, on average, like the best equipment in the game. As much as I'd love to like optimize to the absolute maximum, the game's difficulty doesn't warrant it. Ooh, sweet. We did squeeze out one more Rengeki. I really should get the overkill damage into GP.
This is a piece of cake.
But yeah, you guys are seeing quite easily and quite quickly that on average, the 5 battles is enough. But look at how... I think the thing that gets me is how fast we're actually moving. Oh, medic team. Okay, thank you for the heal. Heal, damage up. Okay, 2 damage ups. I'll take it. And so it's going to be very interesting when it comes time to finally prep for the trials and tribulations ahead. Okay, we have another floor of shenanigans. It's only just the beginning. It's just beginning in a couple ways too. Unfortunately, the damage that Kubi has done, unfortunately, will remain on in the system. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here. But yeah, this is my favorite place to farm chips. It's actually, well, it's my favorite region variant in general, to be quite honest. Just because it does do a little bit of everything. Got chims? Got it. Oh, that does 600 now. That's diabolical. And mind you, I don't know where the god chim is. I'm just kind of going. So the other reason why I'm having the kind of the preference of using the guns right now is that one thing that I don't have to worry about as we are playing here is that I don't have to worry about the whole ooh, sorry, I got lost in the sauce with the combos. I already forgot what I was talking about. I thought I wasn't gonna switch back to, oh yeah. I don't have to worry about getting hit by the counters. Barrier deactivated. I'm just making sure that we're continuing to get items and everything. The thing that may suck down the line is if we're doing like one of these trap rooms, right? And then that's when, oh my God, they were out here ready and waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and just use the Avatar Awakening now. Because, even after we upgrade and get all the weapons like done and complete, there still is some further use. Okay. I pay attention. I saw that. All right. Unfortunately, I think I do have to do some real... Oh, I was gonna say I do have to do some real damage here. I'll say it's hard to get a Rengeki on these guys. Gonna opt for the dual trigger finish thing. Okay. Trying to acknowledge what's left. Why should it just be the God Chim at the end? Oh. Oh, hey, look, it's the God Chim. So. Let's show it off. Sorry, the screen glitching was also like, ah! That was cheating. Speaking of cheating, dodge, 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 kick him, kick him, kick him. He dropped so many chims. What is that?
Quite unexpected. Till we meet again.
So yeah, I also wasn't expecting him to drop that many chim spheres for us as well. But just to kind of showcase, That probably brought Alcade up a whole tier, and then now Syllabus is done. To be honest, we probably don't need any more chims. For the foreseeable future, at least. Alright, let's continue onward. Ooh, juke! Juked him. Can't say I can't juke. Alright, next battle. That guy shooting at, I'll say that guy taking his hot shot at me, that was not appreciated. So, there's also, I believe, another reason why we want to go ahead and get all the lost weapons like as high up as we can. But all will make sense in due time. A lot of it, the goal is to make a lot of the last bits of grinding of this game a lot easier.
I didn't even break a sweat.
I'm very curious about how many chims I'm going to have by the end of this. Because normally there's like 3 floors to this place. That's the wild thing about all this. Oh, I'm disoriented. Oh, never mind, we're done. So, let's see. Syllabus, one of these weapons, you got to be able to equip, right? Oh, you're not 135 yet. You would be able to otherwise. So, technically speaking, I can still do some quick alchemy and like combine some of these together. But to me, I like money. Not me getting the word ignorant. So, got pretty good, I'd say that we did pretty well on this front. And we are going to go ahead and start selling some of the equipment that we're getting. Because eventually, I'll figure out how I want to deck everybody out. Eventually. So we just did 10 pieces of equipment, and I'm going to head into our at-home, actually. Because I want to see exactly where we are now that we've kind of gotten a lot closer to finishing the game. I wonder if double triggers also count now that we have those. We still need to open up a lot of treasure chests and things of that nature. That's fine. And this is going to take a little bit of time, getting all the pieces of equipment in the game again. Because as a reminder, a lot of them in the past were tied to... They were tied to the thing. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? All right. Cheat alchemy. So we still need another cheat code before we're actually able to enhance that. We can technically continue enhancing some of our 5-star weapons, but we don't need to. Or at least I don't think we need to. But let's see. We are 132. That's already doing the dungeon that was 137. That's the crazy part. But due to the God Chim, Syllabus is maxed out on the affection. So we're just gonna kind of work down the list. I know that Kun is still not maxed out himself. That's fine. I have a reason and method to my madness. But for now, let's actually head over to Bragapone. I wanted to head here for 2 reasons. They're 2 simple reasons, but 2 reasons. The first of which is to check out whatever shop is currently out on and active. We already have a Victor's Brooch. Let's get this for Recode. You have a couple coupons. I don't see why not. I think, but I wanted to see the quest shop. I wanted to make sure that we are still good for the time being. I'm not actually sure where Recode resides here. So I'm not going to sweat that aspect of it for now. Because when we spawn into whatever our next dungeon is, she'll show up there. Oh. Alright, there you go. Okay. Next on the shopping block, we can go to a lot of different places, to be honest. Interestingly enough, there is not a lucky animal in that dungeon. And I'm guessing part of it's because I had the God Chim guaranteed spawn. So, to be honest with y'all, we kick because of the God Chim in that area. I'm inclined to think that, like, well, first of all, I'm inclined to think about a lot of different things, but let's actually check in on our 3 quests. I know that the last time we kind of did this was towards the end after dealing with the whole Kubia Switch situation. But I didn't note what level we needed to be for that arena match. So we got a vitality scroll, but he doesn't necessarily note that we fought one of the God Chims, maybe just because it's tied to a word. That would be my read on it. But that's fine. We definitely do want to hit up all these different little quest NPCs, though, just to get an idea of just how we are doing. I did not put a lot of effort into these quests this go around, but we do want to try to do all of them except for Bickman. Well, go on in, Kel. Let's see here. I already know that I'm not nearly done with the lucky animals. So, because I'm curious, which is a dangerous thing, mind you, let's actually see how well we do in that PvP match. Unfortunately, we can't bring Gaspard, If you guys remember, he has the stage fright. So unfortunately, Endrance, I think, is the guy who would probably make the most sense here. Plus, thematically, I think it's cool. Having Haseo, Endrance, and Alcade. I call this team Demon Palace. It's crazy to think that I've already been playing Volume 3 for about 20 hours and I'm already in post-game. Is that weird to think about? So yeah. So yeah, that's the crazy thing. I saved the game, so they are 150. But we just have to beat the leader.
The highly anticipated battle is about to begin. How are they so powerful? At times, the world can be so unfair. We are witnessing history in the making.
So guys, how bad do you guys think this is gonna go?
They enter the arena. Fight their way to the top, and the other fighters won't have anything on them.
Oh, and you guys just generic like ABC. I thought you guys were gonna have like at least like a cool design.
Man, this amazing tension-filled scene is giving me a bad case of the goosebumps. How will this fight end? Nobody knows.
You right about that. All right. Oh. These guns are overpowered. But going for... Oh my god! Don't let the mage cast. Got it. Run, 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 run! Oh my god, let me move. You need to not cast. Oh no, we don't have access to Avatar Awakening because everyone's dead. Hallelujah for Beast Awakening. I shouldn't have won. Not that being enough experience to level me up. That was a good match. I hate to say it, but you won. We take the items to remember the match by. And we got their weapons. What level are those weapons? Because I can't equip them. Yep, can't equip them. But I think they are unique to like us. So I'm glad that we were able to cheese that. That was fun. All right. So next thing I think, and the reason why I'm kind of taking my time is not the correct way I would phrase it. But I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, so these are 5-star weapons, so they definitely wouldn't let us sell those. Did I think about selling them? Maybe for the gag, but I also knew better. Okay. So we got something selling in the mart. And I'm just debating on where I actually want to go to grind. We could always do a field area. And then we just need to make sure that I believe the keyword is the third keyword. I just don't remember what it's formally called. Berserker. So Berserker keyword basically guarantees that we'll get a PK match somewhere in. Unfortunately, like, even though I could crank up the level, the unfortunate reality is oh, Ayame girl, the unfortunate reality is that if any of them are using magic, that's gonna put us in like a lot of danger, because we still take a lot of magic. We still take a lot of damage even now. And as always, we do need to make our time here rather quick. If you guys remember, now that we're playing in field areas that aren't necessarily tied to story, we have to be kind of mindful of what is spawning where. Well, not only what is spawning where, sorry. We have to be mindful of the doppelganger, because he can spawn if we take too long here. Low likelihood, but not impossible likelihood, which is the point I want to make. And ooh, a Ganesha. I think this is money, right? Oh no. Oh, higher max HP and SP. I'll take it. Yes, Alcade, I know. If you didn't use your full strength, I'd fight you. So this is a defeat the boss stage. So we are going to be making a little bit of progress on our monster log, which is one of the other things that we need to work on anyway. That general is trying to call more people. I know that for a fact.
My philosophy is to go full strength.
Is Ender's going to say anything instead? Oh, I almost forgot. Back to Avatar Awakening you go. Beast Awakening is still a very good awakening. We just, unfortunately, they tied a currency to it. Yeah, if they didn't tie a currency to Avatar Awakening, I probably would still be using Beast Awakening. All right, come on. Come on. You say you have one more. I was say you have a Rengeki left in you. Luckily, we're also wearing the demon safe shoes.
I'll crush you.
All right. Okay, yeah. Devil Sword for Entrance. It's crazy how much damage Entrance is still actually continually putting out, despite using like a level... I don't even know what level his weapon is. Level 70 weapon. Because remember, we still have yet to upgrade his lost weapon as well. Well, actually, we might have. I'm glad that the game let me commit to the Rengeki. So the funny thing about this area is that we don't really need the demon safe shoes on because we still have our bite. Okay. Boss isn't too far away from us.
Do as you please.
But we still want to be mindful. And also mindful in the sense that I almost have 200 of these virus cores. But maybe that's part of the reason why, actually now thinking about it, that might be part of the reason why everything was so tanky before. Sorry. Y'all already see me going speed racer about these things. All right, we're gonna beat up these goblins and we'll save Mecha Grunty. So, there's something I kind of want to talk about while we are basically out here, out grinding and everything, because I do want to talk about this a little bit, because it's something that has been kind of on my mind since we've been planning this, since I've been playing this whole 2.0 thing since practically the beginning of the year, actually. One of the things that I've been kind of thinking about is what direction I want to take doing gaming content. Because I mean, there's a lot of different people and a lot of different niches, a lot of different topics, and a lot of just saying the word a lot. And I bring this up because for a while I was having a little bit of an identity crisis because I've watched so much gaming content over the years that I just had no idea where I wanted to take things, who, like, almost to a degree of like who I was as a creator. And even though I still don't have a great answer to what I want to do, whether or not I want to do A, B, C, D,
Oh well.
L, M, N, O, P. All right, boss time. Ooh, cool design. It's a dragon. Teletali. So this one I don't mind actually being in more of an in a aggressive gun range, because it doesn't matter that I'm doing full damage. Continuing on though with what I was referring to before, it's a lot of things to think about, because especially now that we live in the day and age where a lot of different platforms are now hyper focusing on niching on niches and like minimizing honestly minimizing variety. As someone who's kind of wanted to do variety for so long, to kind of have that stripped away kind of sucks. But there's only so much that we can actually like do about that sort of thing. And it's a lot to think about on the regular. So I'm not perfect regarding like what I want to do. Okay. We are now 5 levels under. I think we can actually finally like do this. Sort lost ground. All right, guys. I think we can do this finally. So, sail the first phase. Actually, before I do anything, y'all almost got me. I almost made a mistake. And you guys would have been like, he made a mistake. Sorry, I was just looking at Adelie's defenses. But we want to make sure that defensively, we're still giving more of what we need to give, I guess. As far as equipment goes, you guys know that a lot of these are effectively locked in. We are gonna customize her stuff a little bit. I forget, does her stuff already have anti-seal? No, she has the anti-interrupt. So we're gonna go on ahead and put the anti-seal back on, just because I don't want our healer to be sealed. And we can just put on the anti-sleep. Just, she's gonna be very, I am not getting disabled. I hope that makes sense. There are other things that we could also put on as well, but that's not something that I'm thinking about too much. So, as far as entrance goes, I think entrance is honestly pretty set. Like, if I had a stronger piece of armor for him, that would be, then we would be having a different conversation, but I think all in all, we should be good there. And now we want to save our game again. It's important we do save our game kind of regularly, because we don't really know what to expect. We can still see very high damage numbers because there still is a level gap, at least for Adelie and Endrance. So the nice thing about fighting these sealed beasts, and something that I can do now, that I initially wasn't able to do the first time. Well, wasn't able to do is probably not the best word. We can actually use either the growth fortune. Actually, yeah, probably the growth fortune. We still don't have yeah. We'll use the growth fortune. And we have a variety of things that we could actually use here, but I am going to actually put on the sapphire eyes. I think definitely if we start using fields a lot, I think trying to a larger priority is definitely trying to get Haseo up to 150. All right. So as you guys can see, the damage is significantly less. So these bosses are all actually doable now. And the nice thing is that, at least for Adelie specifically, she's not taking a lot of damage, which means that she could actually, like we've been kind of seeing, we could actually see her using offensive spells. As for caution, I may swap to Beast Awakening just to kind of also just make almost like soft guarantee that we do get through this fight easily enough. He's healing a decent amount, which is annoying, but it's not world-ending. Because we still actually have a good amount of damage coming through. It just sucks that we actually built up an Avatar Awakening in the time span of this fight practically, just because he keeps healing himself. But I will happily take like as many Rengekis as we're getting, because if we can accidentally like squeeze out an Avatar Awakening, especially just to finish him off, I think we can pull that off. There. It was just supposed to serve as a big like burst finish. So now we have Shadowy Death, which is the true form of our sight. The biggest thing that you guys really need to know is that we just have the improved passive of Soul Blast. So I like our party currently. I wish I saw like a before and after. So I am going to take a screenshot really fast because I am just genuinely curious about how big of a boost this will be. So yeah, I like this party. And also just the epitaph weapons are just very powerful. So we're going to be fighting Adelie's Sealed Beast now. The Undeceived. Now, we do not know if all of them have their own unique healing capabilities. So this one might go down faster, this one might go down slower. But the end all point is that we can do this now. We probably could have been able to do this as early as 130. But I don't mind. Still can't believe that they actually made a creative idea. Like, well, you see, for the fact that we play so many action games now, where the idea of swapping your weapons on the fly kind of is like, no duh. At the time of this game, I'd imagine that the concept of it was maybe revolutionary isn't the right word, but I can't really think of a lot of games, at least back in earlier eras, like mid 2000s, that had actually no, Devil May Cry, right? Devil May Cry would actually have been. So we got Flame Dancer. So instead of Dazzling Melody, we have Serene Melody. So we can actually see what that does in a little bit. But if you guys are wondering how much of a boost this is, I believe all the elements across the board went up by 5. The physical attack went up by 4, and the magic attack also went up by 4. Which, in my opinion, is a little bit of a meaty upgrade. And Serene Melody also, you guys can kind of very easily see. Before this passive effect was 25%, now it's 50%. So I just wanted to kind of put that as an example out there. So unfortunately, I don't think we actually have enough virus cores to thoroughly finish everyone's weapons, which is fine, mind you. I think it's absolutely hilarious that all I have to do is just walk out to like the far side. All right. I like that I can just run away from the magic. It's very helpful that I can do that, actually. It's funny that Haseo's is weak to the scythe, and I'm just kind of sitting here just doing whatever. Come on, Entrance, you can do better than that. So let's see our new scythe. You guys can kind of see with the scythe. It did. I'll use it for a little bit actually. It did end up adopting Haseo's current color palette. But yeah, this is kind of what happens when you opt to leave the boss alone and not bringing enough sustained damage. If you ask me, I think the twin blades still deal more damage than the guns. We just have the benefit of range, and with that comes a lot of other perks. So I think Ghost Falcons is actually our highest damaging art, but I'm not going to use the dual trigger just to kind of change things up a little bit. Because the thing that's nice is that we also have health drain. So sorry. So because we have health drain, it allows us to do some fun stuff. But yep, Entrance got Seductive Rose. So let's go ahead and look at that ability and how it's different. So that's Seductive Smile, which adds charm to regular attacks. Good. Charm, I think, is one of the strongest things in the game. So that's really nice, actually. And increased chance to Rengeki. As you guys can kind of see, we don't necessarily need Adelie as much. So we only have enough to do 2 more for right now. So we're gonna put a pin on that. We're gonna pin, pin, pin. And I think I know what I want to do next, begrudgingly. But before we go on ahead and do that, I am going to step away for a brief moment, and then I'll be right back. So just give me 1 second. I mostly have to use the bathroom. I've been drinking lots of water for once. Okay, sorry about the delay, but I'm back, and we are gonna make one larger change. We are not gonna be using our, outside of our Shadowy Death, we are gonna be switching off of, we are gonna be switching off of some of our weapons. And by some, I mean we're gonna be equipping the dual blades mainly. And if you guys already know kind of what direction I'm going with this, we have our team. That's just we're switching to Beast Awakening because this fight's about to be a little stressful. You have to do it twice. We're also going to save the game because we also did like 3 boss fights. But we are going to also remove Adam. I want to try to bring in as much pressure as I can. So actually, we'll use this as a moment to bring in not Pi, but yeah, why not? We'll bring Zelkova. Because I think we want just higher levels in general. But we're gonna use the keyword. And we are going to fight the doppelganger. The thing that's gonna suck, if you guys were already like not fully aware, which I don't blame you for not being fully aware. If we use a keyword that we got from volume 2, which I believe is Moonlight, but I will do some let me see. Oh, okay. All right, so yeah. We're gonna fight the doppelganger. He is unfortunately gonna be notably more annoying this time around. And I'll talk a little bit about why. He is unfortunately going to have the SP. SP is HP first. There are a variety of strategies kind of to go into fighting him. To be brief, I'm quite literally just going to just kind of tried and true it. But a lot of people just kind of adopt the traditional strat for him. He also has he always has creepy music. So I won't delay anymore. Let's just say I guess oh, y'all know I'm a win. But a big reason why is just because whenever it comes to like bosses, I guess, or like super bosses like this where they're teleporting around kind of like in the field, I don't know, it freaks me out, and I don't know why. But he's only gonna be 7 levels higher than me. So I chose a weaker area on purpose. Doesn't really matter what wait, hold on. Let me make sure that make sure I actually have all the key items, because this will be very awkward. So you have to have Own King, Forgotten Shadow, and Moonlight Fate. So because I have those 3 items and me delaying, okay, that's what I thought. Let's make my life slightly easier. We're gonna switch the server mostly because we want to make sure that the mobs that we face in this we have a couple ways that we can go about it. Where is it? Not ceremony. Because where the heck goes Moonlight? I'm pretty sure I passed it. Not Night Moon. Holy Ground, Masquerade. y'all. I'm not crazy. All right, there we go. Moonlight. Okay. All right. Let's do this. So he's already going to be on the field. We just need to find him. Which the game will do a good job for. Hopefully. Come on, game. Oh, there he is! Alright, we're just gonna go for it. Alright, let's do it. So, you guys can already very clearly see he's not taking a lot of damage because his SP is taking damage first. Oh, I didn't mean to switch the guns! No, 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 no. You don't want to switch the guns. Guns bad. Guns bad. Guns bad. Make sure that you stay on your twin blades the whole time. Just because it's gonna be the easiest weapon to deal. So the other thing that sucks is that you guys can kind of already very clearly see he is regenning a lot of health. And after how many Rengekis now, it's still primarily eating his SP. So I'm actually gonna go on ahead and save my whatever it's called, my Beast Awakening, at least until it's max. Because for right now, you guys already can see how many Rengekis I've used just because of Entrance alone. And we're still not even damaging his HP yet. Oh, not the Ghost Falcon. Be careful now. Okay, come on. You gotta be an HP now. Oh yeah, we got the HP. We got the HP. So now he takes damage, and now we use Beast Awakening to take him out as quickly as possible. So yeah, not a hard enemy at all, really. I just have a primordial fear that's active at all times. So we get the Bygone Servant, the Bright Sash, and the DG0. So why am I brain farting? So all this does is that the DG0 is good because that is the second best gun in the game. Just no ifs, and, or buts. It has less bullets than our current set. But we only have double trigger active. Not only do we get 8 more damage, but we also get avenging bullets, which means that the lower our HP is, the more damage that our guns will do. We also got some armor that will probably actually give to Endrix. It's the Bright Sash. Oh. Huh. I mean, that's good to know, but we still need to take him out one more time. So I'm going to save now because we effectively have to repeat the process. Nice thing that we can always do is just use our warp record to just bring it on home. And like last time, he did not spawn instantaneously. So we're just gonna have to kind of drive around until he does. Which unfortunately means that these poor goblins who did not do anything wrong, mind you. Where you at, King? Okay, there you are. All right, let's get him. So, let's keep the Rengekis pushing. Because we generate so many Rengekis and so quickly, mind you. Which, thank goodness I got this weapon for entrance before we started. We're just gonna be here until he can take damage. We're not in any immediate, like, life-threatening danger. So I'm not too worried about, yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Can you talk about how many Rengekis I've gotten? But yeah, the reason why we wanted to use a different pair of twin blades is because he copies, I believe he does copy our weapons to an extent. And because he copies our weapons to an extent, we don't want to necessarily give the doppelganger some effectively like on-hit lifesteal. But you guys can see, we can go and fight the doppelganger pretty much at any point. We just need to make sure that we are going in it with an appropriate plan. Which we did. And we got so much XP because of... Oh! Other self in shadow. So we've basically gotten to the point now where we no longer have to fight the doppelganger in this game, period. I think next time I end up I think the next time that I end up potentially meeting Liam O'Brien, I'm just gonna manifest it. I gotta ask him about his experience recording entrance because quite the character. But yeah. So, other self. We won't be able to equip this until I'm level 150. But this is likely going to be the best. I'll say this is going to be the best armor for Haseo here. Decrease physical damage by 75%, decrease magic damage by 75%, and my SP becomes my HP. We'll keep the Train Fortunes on, and then we have Shadow, which HP regen, SP regen, and just a 1.25 damage multiplier, so 25% damage modifier. Like, we'd be living our best life. But for now, we can't really do too much with that yet because we still have to do a lot of leveling up. So I think that's a part of what I'm going to kind of opt to do while we're sitting here for the rest of the rest of the stream. So we can still work on improving friendship and things like that, but I don't want to get my chim count so high that like I instantaneously start getting, for lack of better terms, and no, we ain't reading all that, assassinated. So we'll run Zelkova and Shino. I think that this is a bit of a creative party. And now I'm going to prioritize leveling up in field areas specifically. Ooh, do I want to do... I think I want to do 140 for sure. It's just now, how do we get... I always like doing like a weird obtuse value, like 6 or 7 levels above. This is just because, for me personally, because we got rid of the level scaling, these battles are actually doable. So yeah. That gear piece is going to be the best armor for Histeo, and that's just going to be sitting in front of my face for the foreseeable future. So these are our guns. The thing that's kind of funny about them, right? And also, Zelkova's Reaper's Dance is actually like pretty good. All right, sweet. We forced a Rengeki.
This is a piece of cake.
You guys can already see we get 300 experience per round. If that isn't good, then I don't know what is. Oh, I was like, what's that behind him? I couldn't tell because we were like in the night area and it was a little too dark. So yeah, if there's anything that I could recommend for you guys to do if you guys were ever to play this game yourself, it's the fact that we are able to... Why am I... Shino? Girl, what you doing back there? Let me also make this Avatar Awakening while I'm thinking about it. Shino, you have free will. Go have fun. You know, all things considered, we didn't fight a lot of sword super effective enemies. Okay, sir, I'm just here to let you know that you were diabolical for doing... Oh, of course, a sword super effective person as soon as I bring it up. Let's do it. But yeah, of course, as soon as I bring it up, there is a sword super effective person right there. Still can't believe that, well, let me actually talk about this. One of the things that I actually really do like about this game, actually, is that I really do appreciate the fact that we actually got, like, a super boss that effectively carried over all 3 games with a capstone of having some of the best armor in the game, period. See, considering that the game ended at level 130 and they wanted just to have a very expansive and extensive post game, I feel like it still could have been paced out a bit better. I think we should have ended the game at 140.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Because now, if we envision, and I'm gonna need you guys to like embrace the simulation with me. The way that I see things, right, is that I'm kind of like soft envisioning that they wanted us. Oh, there's a glitch here. Well, we still need a good amount of cheat codes, unfortunately. But it's actually good that we did come over here.
Well,
Hey, bro, be a butt. Oink, thank you.
Okay. Check. I didn't mean to drive into that tree. Mother Nature, I'm sorry. I tried to hit one of the anchors. But yeah. I wonder if that was enough to level up, Oh, sorry. I didn't even finish my original thought. Oh, sweet! Finally got a, we got Drain Arc. And you guys may be wondering, David, what the heck is Drain Arc? So, not only does Avatar Awakening do more damage, we're finally gonna have a new animation to go with it. The only thing that sucks about the kind of whole ordeal is that we definitely can't I forgot where I was gonna go with this. Oh, dang it. Yeah, it's not coming back to me. Did I just see a lucky animal? And I'm just blind? I swear that I saw like the little exclamation point. Or was it trying to beat me up? Oh, there you are. Fate worm. Money. Which, by the way, I did find out that the money was actually buffed in last Recode. I think they used to give 10,000, not 50,000. So they were really like trying to throw us a bone. But yeah, what I've learned though, I think what I might do is that even though Entrance is max affection, I think for the sake of trying to get as many Rengekis in these fights as I can, to try to get as many Avatar Awakenings in this fight as I can, I might switch to bringing Entrance even still. You guys can already very easily see that I'm trying to stay back a little bit just so I can hopefully get the Rengeki going. It's just funny how high my DPS goes the moment I do something like that. Another cheat. I believe that was material. Because we're material girls. Oh my goodness. For a while, saying material girl was one of my stims. Yeah. It was because that like when I used to actively use TikTok, that was like one of the, I think, trending sounds that was going on at the time. I have no idea what's trending over there now. I don't use the app because just because of the direction that it's been heading in due to outside involvement. And I don't know about you guys, I still think it's absolutely hilarious every time that Haseo does a sneak attack and then he gets absolutely destroyed by the fact that it is a heavier monster. But yeah, so, but as far as like content creation stuff goes, I'm probably... TikTok's probably going to be the one thing that I'll actually have to use on desktop to respond to comments and things like that, where it has to be an actual elected choice. Anywho, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, I guess anyway, I was like, I don't know what trending song's going on there right now. Nor do I care all that much. It's nothing too crazy. But yeah, I guess that's where I was going with this. So my plans with at least like TikTok more specifically, I'm probably only gonna upload there just because if I get a random hit, I get a random hit. A lot of content creation nowadays, unfortunately, uploading to like every platform as soon as possible. All right, 139, not bad. I'll take a skill candle. All right. What you got for me? Zoned super bells. Not bad. Oh, can I talk about something real quick? I swear, I think the air in my work, like, I need a humidifier or something, or just the Lord. And I'll take the word Raven. Because, you guys remember when I was sick a few weeks back? I think I was just starting either Volume 3 or Volume 2. I think it was Volume 2. And I told you guys that the cough tends to stay with me for a while. I'm like 80% sure that it is mostly due to work. And the air that is there. But I'm actively still dealing with that. But yeah, so we still need 200 cores in total. So we still won't be able to get everybody done for a little while. But the good news is that for comparison's sake, we're gonna be strong. I'm still kind of curious though if how strong Empty Skies is, if that is worth losing the lifesteal. It probably is. Yeah, it probably is. So now the question, some people may ask the question, oh, is Shadowy Death better or is Heinz Shadow better? It's probably a toss-up. I think that if you're doing like your regular degular quick encounter, then it probably isn't all that much better. Oh, and the maximum bullets go up? Oh. I didn't know that. Did we get the plot? Okay, yeah, we did get the expansion. I figured that we were going to probably get a level up for combat just because it was starting to get to a point it was starting to get to a point where we did like 7 or 8 Rengekis mid-battle against the doppelganger. So let's go see our mail. We got our guild rank up, which the thing that is very interesting about this is that we got the platform full heal, which has been added to the expansion menu. And we could actually, our shop capacity went up to 15. That is part of 2 larger reasons why I wanted to go on ahead and just like grab them. We'll listen to Alcade's death song. We have a lot of wallpapers. I wonder if a couple of these got updated to be like properly HD, I guess. But we're almost done. Some of them are tied behind that book. But we'll get around to it. I'm just glad that we're actually almost done with all the books as well. The thing that concerns me is the process that I'm gonna have to go through to get all the lucky animals. But yeah, so the platform full heal is just gonna be an upgraded version of our current platform. It doesn't add to it or replace it per se. So, sorry, it only adds to it, not replace it. So, could I give these items to a whole bunch of different people? Oh, absolutely. But it's fine. This is actually so nice, actually thinking about it. Being able to put up 5 more items. I am kind of happy about that. Okay, town. Not the town. Let's go to a new area. Let's do ignorant. Oh, is ignorant only forests? Looks like it. I kind of wanted to stay out in the field for right now. So, competing eternal bum. I forgot what competing did. Competing is a keyword. I just forgot what it did. Oh, I did not see. Pfft. Oh, I'm by myself. Well, I mean, Haseo can take care of himself. I just forgot that I logged out of the game. And I'm letting myself take damage on purpose to try to see if I can highlight the effects of the damage increase from the guns. It's probably going to be a little bit more gradual than some of the other weapons. Because at worst, I can lifesteal back up. So I'm not particularly worried. You guys can see easily getting 61s, now I'm getting 63s. So the idea is that it does add up. Sir, that was not appreciated. So, nice thing that, so that's something that's really nice about the side dash. And also why I'm not particularly worried. Yeah, I need party members. They're going to be better at building up the Rengekis than I am. So before I forget, yeah, we're going to do that. But let's head back first. Let's actually make sure that I have a party. Because that was part of the reason why I wanted to put the XP boosting materials on Haseo. So naturally, I should have a party. And because we are trying to accomplish multiple things at the same time, there's just gonna be a lot going on. Let's go back to competing Eternal Bum, because I think that is hilarious. Okay. So now that we have a full party, I'm gonna be relying on engines a little bit to see if we can get some Rengeki triggers like that. Because with engines, we probably could actually guarantee that we're gonna get like 2 or 3 Rengekis a fight. Yep, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, there we go. We're getting pretty far on Ghost Falcon, have to say. So something I did consider, by the way, which I may do off camera, we're still playing with with my nerfed experience rates, which I guess is more incentive to grind in the way that I am doing. Because I think it's gonna suck that once I like it's going to suck once I can't get experience anymore. All right, there we go. I was like, entrance, come on, do your part. Sweet, I'm 140. And we got the exact same belt. Joy. All right, there we go. Let's start off Drain Arc. Because it's a new move. Or a new version of the move. So, I was gonna say, it looks similar starting out. But it's a much bigger data drain. Damage did take, in my opinion, a potentially notable increase. But it wasn't anything too great. The reason why a good chunk of these pieces of equipment are important, by the way, a lot of it is because are you kidding me? I got paralyzed? Oh, okay. I was gonna be mad. All right, there we go. All right. I like that I can do this as a strat to reduce my damage, by the way. Is to just get as far away as I can from the boss. And that just be an effective way to reduce my output to make sure that we do get what we need done. Oh no, you need armor break. I'm so used to just using Ghost Falcon now that it just is awkward. But you guys can kind of see how much easier it is now for me to almost guarantee a Rengeki on every mob. If they aren't close together, then we're pretty much set. Sorry, Yada, you gotta still stay asleep. All right, Entrance. I was about to say, you can squeeze one more out of this mob.
The result was obvious.
I'm wondering, also, wait, is the Simple Super Belt a 4 slot? Okay, it is not. Because if it was a 4 slot, yeah, bet sweet Bippy I would have put that on. Okay. We actually have surprise advantage, so I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. So the thing that's actually nice about this, right? We weaken them like this, and then we can do the thing. I just wanted to give a little teaser. I don't know what Andrews got hit by, but he almost got throttled. Goodness. Andrew's almost getting throttled. All right. Andrew's almost has his demon sword also all leveled up and stuff too. You know that this grinding is working. It's just also something that I needed to get done. Because once we're on 50, then most adversaries in the game will be a bit of a joke. And that's kind of the point. I want most adversaries to be kind of a joke. Because we earned it. But yeah, like I mentioned before, still can't believe that can't believe how things are going. All right. Last thing we kind of really have are the bosses, unless if okay, I was gonna say unless if there's an enemy this way. And I guess this Fate Worm, which means that there's probably a Robo Grunty around, I would hope. Okay, so something that I kind of learned about this game as I'm kind of working on building affection with the different characters is that a lot of them have kind of these different reactions. I think reactions is the correct verbiage in this case. But reactions to how Haseo performs in combat. I didn't talk about this too much because I'm not the most confident in understanding the intricacies of it. But the gist of it is that some players prefer kills, some players prefer combos. If you notice, Syllabus and Yada are good examples of people who care about combos. And the reason why I bring them up specifically is that if you watch my combo meter get up to 20, which is going to be relatively easy, It might even be 15, but you see that Yada said, heh, keep it up. So the open acknowledgement and the favorite are basically the two big like giveaways that you're doing something correct. Well, we fought Judgment. I don't know what Judgment does, but Judgment is gone. Was that toxic? I don't know. But we're quickly getting through also, I figure that just getting this out of the way is probably going to be for the best. Okay. Bengalese? But yeah, fields, the only reason I'm sticking to fields is because it's a lot easier to find like Mecha Grunty, for example. Competing Lakeside's 2 weeks. I think we can start just doing 150 areas now to try to kind of cap out, basically. But before we go to the next area, though, I am going to step away one more time. I should be right back really quickly. It shouldn't take me too long. All right. And with that microphone bop, I'm back. All right. I like the idea of just doing like 2 areas and then flipping the party member that I'm using. So we got to be careful with these guys because they are magic users. And remember what I've mentioned before in the past about magic users. It could be very, very easy for things to go horrendously wrong. But the bright side is that they are equally as frail. And it's because of that that we are able to take them out quickly. Something else that we got to do and worry about is obviously we do have the chaotic PKs available. And so we have Genjo the Fatal. Should be easy enough to take out. He's a steam gunner from the looks of things. And let's just hit him with some justice. The reason I stepped away was for dinner. Wait. It's gonna be like, I smell a cheat code. Oh, you're a different variant. Wait, leave Entrance alone. Okay. I figured that Yada would have some revives on him. But now show him who's boss entrance. Nice. The amount of experience I'm getting is also very appreciated.
It's pathetic.
Okay. You can use Avatar Awakening here. 2,000 damage to start off. Not bad. I needed to counter their spells because Entrance was going to die again if I didn't. There's always a method to my madness, y'all. All right. We have another Mecha Grunty over here.
I remember
Hey,
this.
bro! Be a boss!
Because, yeah. All we'll have to do after we basically collect all the Mecha Grunties is, not that much. But now that we kind of established at least a baseline for what to kind of expect in this endgame, as I revive my team members who are more dead than you'd know. I forgot what I was gonna say. But off camera, I will be working on some of these event quests. And you guys already see like how I'm going to get to 150. So I wouldn't even worry too much about it.
I seem to have miscalculated.
I think these guys can probably use a little bit more, yeah, actually, I think that's the statement. These guys use a little bit more. So what we can do for right now, just bring their health and stuff up just a touch. Yeah, kind of foresaw that coming. Yeah, I kind of foresaw that one coming. was gonna say, do I have a lot of... I don't have a ton of all-person reses. Yeah, the only reason I'm not having much of an issue is because I'm actually a lot closer to these enemies in level. All right, another one of these.
Not bad.
This tail's gonna be so strong, y'all. Sorry, I thought I saw another glitch, which is why I walked back.
Do as you please.
So, question for y'all, and I'll just want to answer for myself as well while we're at it. But if you guys were a class in the world, what class do you think you'd be? So we have Blade Brandier, Macabre Dancer, Adept Rogue. I think that I would probably actually be like the Lancer class, the one that Pyros is. Just because, for one, I do think that the class is very interesting. Okay, you guys need to chill out. Adam, you be a Harvest Cleric? Okay. Don't worry. I was gonna say, we love our healers in this household. Should I revive those two? Oh, sure. Was I just lazy about it? Oh, absolutely.
It's pathetic.
Okay. Let me... I'm curious. The Astrologer's Tome, interestingly enough, does help a little bit. Luckily, I know how the guard button works. All right, Reaper's Dance. Okay, and then you guys would be the like Gaspard and them, Gaspard and Sakubo. Okay, so both you guys, well, at least from what I quickly saw in chat, I like it, I dig it. But yeah, I'd be the spear guy. I'd probably, I'd definitely just be Pyrrhus's class. I think it has a nice balance of damage and defenses. And that's what I think is appealing to me, because we can use like the heavy armor and everything, but also being just like an adept rogue like Haseo and Matsu seems interesting enough. But the job advancements being kind of more like a quest line rather than ooh, okay. Yada, you need to come back up. So, but yeah, if I were to choose a not adept rogue, I would go with Pyrrhus class, then I think Yada's class, because I think that sometimes utility is incredibly underrated in this game.
That was too close.
Mostly because the game's difficulty doesn't necessitate utility usage. Which again, totally fine. But it sucks to have like these attack buffs, defense buffs, and really not have a use for it. Just due to the innate way that this game works with it and its scale. But that's just mostly an observation. Oh! It's whatever keyword I forgot which keyword I chose, but that was the Crimson Versus one. Okay. So I think I'm missing a few cards still. Because of, ooh, blue silver. Probably getting some missing words. Got it. Yeah, you were talking about Yada's class, Macabre Dancer? With the fans? Let's see. I'm actually genuinely curious. $315 battle.
Crimson versus.
Oh. Anything new besides... Let's see. All right, I got a line. Do I have all the cards? It kind of looks like I do. Hey! I do. I have I just got the Sanguine Master achievement. Open the gallery after getting every card. That is what you like to see. So now we never have to look at Crimson Versus ever again. What's this one? A lot of these videos seem interesting. All right, if my time estimates are right, we should have time for maybe 2 more dungeon areas. Which actually might be enough to get us to 150. Though we are leveling up notably faster than everybody else. Okay. Just to be silly, guys. Guys, you know I gotta. I gotta see how this goes. So this is only a got it. So I'm just gonna hope that Bordeaux doesn't get just one tapped by whatever is around. But I'm not gonna count my blessings because I am gonna make this 150. If I can. There we go. Look, it's a beautiful day in the game. But I believe we changed the elements around, so now we have the the other one. Wait, Bordeaux's damage is still kind of decent. It's just that her defense is going to... She didn't even get a... That's awkward. I'm gonna take out one. Gonna let Entrance keep that one busy. But yeah, Bordeaux doesn't actually take a lot of damage. What do you mean she only got 114? Is it that the level gap is so big that it could very much so be that the level gap is just that big? Okay. Oh, wrong move.
Are you okay?
Yeah, Bordeaux, it's gonna take a while for you to catch up. But this is what happens when you disappear for a game and a half. Ooh, no, wait. Leave her alone. Oh my God, I just thought about the... Leave me alone. Ah! Meme. The Akira, that's what. But yeah, once Haseo hits I don't even know what level Haseo needs to hit, to be honest. Oh. I'll be real. Those who got hate crimed. And I'm trying to be polite about it. Okay. Where are they at? 484 HP for Bordeaux is crazy. All right, there we go. But the lesson here is that I know better. I mean, I'm okay, Entrance. You're the one who needs to... I'll say, dog, you're the one who needs to be checked. But let's go ahead and use the platform full heal. That should help a little bit. Hey, Entrance lived a spell. Emphasis on a spell. All right, one's down. That means that we can still get what we need. There's just love that I restored all their SP only for them to lose all of it. Oh, you're weak to armor break. Interesting. I thought all y'all were just weak to scythes.
I'm okay. I won't lose again.
See, Entrance, you say that, but I'm not wholly convinced. Also on stream, I am just prioritizing Mecha Grunty over the lucky animals. If I get a new one, great. If I don't, okay. But I just want that to be knowledge. So I wonder, what if I'm the obnoxious one? Actually, that worked, because now I can use Drain Arc. Nope, before you get Bordeaux. Nope, no, no, no. None of that in this household.
Haseo, are you okay?
I thought Entrance is the one who's like, I say, are you okay? Yet he was the one who's on the ground a good percentage of the time. So I'm guessing the lucky animal is still a bit farther out. Like, where's this where's this void at? Finding cheat codes or farming cheat codes later is gonna suck. But it's okay. Oh yeah, we definitely have time for one more area, so we definitely can get Haseo to 150 tonight. That's just the power of training things.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, should I have brought you back to life so you can drop in 2 seconds again? Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Invisible cookie for whoever wants to get that reference. Okay. Let's see. Couldn't I have Revive Rain? Like, it's not actually a big deal. All right, so this guy's weak to armor break. Oh yeah, let's do the trigger finish because I don't want to deal with you anymore. But yeah, I definitely need to start increasing some people's magic defenses. My theory, by the way, is that for physical attacks, I think the scaling went
Too close.
my running theory right now is that the level scaling may have half worked, because my read on the matter is that oh, hold on, I realized I missed the larger message. But nice job, Kel. I'm sorry, my chat was really small for a moment, and I saw in like the stream preview that I had a bigger message, and I was like, okay, wait. Okay, let's see.
You're open.
trying to debate on if I'm gonna get one more Avatar Awakening before the end of this. But my read on the matter, by the way, is that the guns don't build up like Rengeki at all. Which, to be fair, it's something that's not from... That's not natively in the world. I think I got everything. All right, so let's head back. All right. So the good news about like whenever I enter here, Demon Holy. Can entrance equip this right now, or is this a level like 50 gear piece? Not level 50, but it was getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and gift him that. That gives him 10 more in physical and magic defense. Oh my god, Kel. I was also getting my childhood shows mixed up for a little bit. Where I was like, DD doesn't he mean DW? And then I was like, wait, wrong childhood show. So yes, I have 2 more levels. All right, memes aside, let's actually put Bordeaux up because that was rough. So yeah. Oh, I see. So we cannot switch the trios is equipped. At least I don't think so. Oh no, you can. Good to know. And yes, they do they do have their own affection levels, which means that they could be maxed out. And yes, that also by extension means that you get you can send them the marriage thing. So you could marry one of these 3. Oh, we can bring Matsu along. It's just a shame that we can't invite them as like a trio. Let's see. Okay, so paling is a little low. Roaring muddled watermill. So this will be our last area, and then we're gonna wrap things up. Which means that Haseo is going to Haseo is gonna cough himself to death in the process of hitting 150, and I saw the Fate Worm from like a pretty good distance. There's also a cheat in this area. But I guess one of the things that we did learn by having Bordeaux in for a little bit that past run, I'll take all the magic damage that means that you 2 live. Oh, they wrecked that one's day. But yeah, we got this last area. We're doing pretty pretty juicy, pretty good.
That was a good workout.
And Entrance is almost a high enough level to equip the one thing that I would love to give to him. But we'll worry about that later. Let's make our teleport points. As a reminder, this is a boss level, so we don't have too much to worry about with regard to oh, that's dirty. Okay. All right, Entrance. Oh no, you're the target. All right, let's bring him back. Okay. Reaper's Dance. I actually like to take a look at my stats by the time I'm 150, by the way. God, the sustain on the Sealed Death is so good. So yeah, like 4 more random encounters and I should be good. Because I technically realized that the fastest way to level is to probably find that lucky animal that gives like 500 XP every time. And then leave, and then kick that one again, and then leave, and just continually do that. That makes the most sense to me. Okay, there we go. I was scared for a second. Goodness, look at how much I won't be able to get over how much I actually sustain. It's just a lot better than what I would expect it to be. That said, though, Entrance isn't too far behind me. I can't believe I almost missed that cheat code. The one thing that I wished was kind of still in the game or utilized in the post game is outer dungeon. I think that they would be fun. I understand why they aren't. Because narratively, they've kind of served their purpose. Wouldn't change the fact that it'd be fun. Yeah, the thing that we're kind of running into now is that we are, okay. Oh, you're both down. Just gonna spare myself the headache. I didn't want to use Reaper's Dance right there, but I didn't want... Okay, come on. Entrance, come on. Entrance, I was supposed to say he's over here. That was the AI for the game at work. That was definitely... Wait. Okay, sorry, I thought I saw the glitch. Oh, what are you, sir? Okay, let's actually just try to quickly prepare. Let's get this out of my inventory. Okay. It's a big old monster, so yeah. Part of the course. It is a Tinder bear. What's Bear in League of Legends doing here on Tinder? Okay. Not great for Matsu. All right, come on. We can get one more out. There we go. All right. Boss defeated. And Haseo is level cap. Which means I can finally take this off. And put on what I probably would imagine are his two best equipment pieces. Other Self and Shadow. So it's gonna be interesting what we can and can't get away with. Because we could put on stuff like some Salad, however we want to pronounce it. And we could technically put on also Empty Skies. We could have on all 5-star weapons. That's fine. The problem just ends up being...
I remember this.
Hey, bro, see a bud. Oink.
Or I guess the concern is more so... Whoops. Oh, you're a new one. Calton in the shadows. All right, and you're not weak to anything. So the thing that kind of sucks is that relative to the guns, I would argue that it's a little counterproductive. How the guns scale versus the equipment that I'm wearing. Just because to me, it's really weird. We got a dowsing board. So, Haseo's now 150. Quick look at his stats. I'd say, even with the nerf that we did back in Volume 2, still doing a pretty good job. Most of the other party still has a little bit of a ways to go, and that'll take some time, but Haseo's probably the strongest that he's going to be for a little while. That said, though, that should be all for stream. Tomorrow, we continue the grind. We still have a whole bunch of side quests to worry about. And we just still have more to do. We have monsters to find. We have money to make. And I can worry about all that off camera. And we have the Forest of Pain. A couple of these books are almost at 9. We're almost there. But thank you guys all again. I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's like I mentioned before, due to real life getting in the way, we had to cancel stream yesterday for a stream tomorrow. So I hope you guys are ready for the ride. Get your ride! So, I'll see you guys next time. everybody.